Welcome to my Zulrah loot video showcasing 1,000 kills which were all tracked by RuneScape's loot logger plugin. I did start this after over 100 kills, so that's why my total Zulrah KC is greater than 1,000. Aside from the loot, I'll be going through some info about the boss, my gear and inventory setups, and also a typical kill. A little bit about the boss. Zulrah is a level 725 solo only snake boss that lives in Zulrah at its shrine, released into the game all the way back in 2015. It can only be harmed with range and magic and is immune to melee attacks. Zulrah has 500 hit points and attacks with mage and ranged, as well as a melee style stun attack. It has 3 forms and each one is weaker to a specific style. So the Tanzanite form, the blue form as we're going to call it, is weak to range. The Serpentine form or green form, weak to magic, and the Magma form, resistant to both but still weaker to magic. Zulrah can be assigned as a boss slayer task, though very rarely. Zulrah is hunted by all players for its powerful unique drops as well as generous regular drop table and the Zulrah scales that are guaranteed with every kill. This is even with the drop tail that has been nerfed twice since release, and the average kill including unique drops is currently worth 117k according to the wiki, and Zulrah also drops elite clues at a very common rate of 1 in 75. The uniques include the Serpentine Visage, which makes the helm, Tanzanite and Magic Fangs, and the Uncut Onyx. All of these are on the same drop table, which has a 1 in 256 chance to be hit per roll, and you do get 2 rolls per kill, so that makes the chance effectively 1 in 128 for a unique and 1 in 512 for a specific one. Zulrah also drops some attractive cosmetics such as the Tanzanite and Magma mutagens, which recolor the Serpentine helm, and the drop rate for these is approximately 1 in 6,500 for a specific mutagen and 1 in 3,200 for any of them. There's also the Jar of Swamp and the Pet Snakeling, which have a 1 in 3,000 and 1 in 4,000 chance to drop respectively. I used 2 different setups for the majority of my Zulrah kills, though this one was done for more of them. Zulrah's high magic level means the Twisted Bow is effective against all forms, though particularly the Serpentine and Tanzanite form. Blowpipe is still used on the Tanzanite form as it is remarkably more DPS, although with the proposed nerf that may change. The Magma form is much more resistant, but you still do land the odd hit with the bow. When I first started learning, I used a full void setup, and had a trident, blowpipe as my 2 weapons, and the Ring of Suffering, we'll mention, or Rings of Recall, are a must for any setup due to the way the fight works. My inventory included a blowpipe switch as well as 4 potions, range, defense, prayer, and anti-venom if I wasn't using a Serpentine helm, and that was usually needed every other kill. I packed the rest of it with combo food, a rune pouch with house teleport runes, an imbued heart for some extra mage defense and mage damage, and a dark bow which also has a useful special attack for Zulrah. As for the fight, it's a bit too complicated to explain in such a short amount of time, but I will try to summarise it as best as possible. Zulrah has 4 different rotations, so the fight is predictable, and as you kill more, you soon learn the rotations off by heart and know where to stand, what to pray, and what to attack on each rotation. The 3 forms Zulrah has all attack differently. The Serpentine form attacks with ranged, Tanzanite with ranged and magic, and the Magma with a melee style stun attack which can be comfortably avoided each time. You'll want to pray protect from ranged against the green form, mage against the blue form, and no prayer is needed against the Magma form to protect from the attack, though you may still want to have prayer up to protect from the snakelings. There's some great Zulrah guides out there and also rotation guide pictures that are very helpful for learning, so I will link those in the description if you wanted to check them out. Okay, let's move on to the drops I received in my 1,000 tracked kills. My first unique of the 1,000 was the Tanzanite Fang, followed by a Serpentine Visage, and then a Magic Fang. I got a few dupes and then went on a little dry streak, ironically just after I'd purchased my Twisted Bow. Broke a small dry streak with a Tanzanite Fang and then proceeded to get the pet after just a few more kills. Then got a Magic Fang and a second Zulrah pet only a few hundred kills after the first one. I actually missed this at the time and saw it on my RuneScape screenshots, so there's a story for you. I got 2 more uniques before finishing the 1,000 and they were both Uncut Onyxes, so I'd say that is a pretty solid 1,000 kills worth of luck. This is all of the loot from 1,000 tracked Zulrah kills, 3 Tanzanite and Magic Fangs, 2 Onyxes, 1 Serpentine Visage, and 2 pets being the highlight of the uniques. Unfortunately, none of the mutagens or the jar. The regular loot is very nice to look at as well, 215,000 Zulrah scales, which do get used up pretty quickly, as I'm sure a lot of you can relate to, and a few of those rare drop table rolls like rune items and uncut gems, but don't ever worry about these as it's a very common table to roll, and you're always going to get something, so a shield left half you. It's not bad, 60k alch, isn't it? I don't have the elite clues, unfortunately, as I either handed them into Watson or did them in, can't remember exactly what I got, but they don't make a huge difference overall. The total loot, including the unique drops, comes out to be approximately 125 mil if I'd sold it all, which is not too far away from what the average kill 117k would suggest. Overall, Zulrah is a very profitable boss, even with the value of its uniques and scales and overall drops crashing over the years. I do enjoy the fight a lot, and it becomes very straightforward after you learn the rotations, which for me took around 100 kills or so. And yeah, let me know what your luck at Zulrah is like in the comment section. I always see some rough looking Zulrah collection logs on the RuneScape Reddit, and yeah, I realise I've had a pretty good time at the snake so far. Thank you for watching the video, hope you found it interesting, and I will catch you in the next one.